Welcome to the integration video series for Wafrow. We make personalized marketing easy, as that page very boldly claims. And today I'll use Zapier as a tool to indicate how that automation can work. Zapier, if you're unfamiliar with it, uses some triggers like you created a lead on Facebook, what can you do to that lead, which is an action. And we have made two actions live on Wafrow, which will make it easy for you to automate your marketing campaigns. And I'm going to demo both of them. The first one is create automated banners. The second one is create responsive emails from very simple text that you can generate. So let's start with automated banners to start off with. And automated banners are banners which can be changed programmatically to reflect the kind of content that you want to show. So I'll run through some examples of this form. Like this is a header image of a travel firm where in a blog they want to show an image of Paris and actually write a text which is plan a trip to Paris or to Berlin or to Warsaw. An e-commerce firm wants to keep running weekly sales with the same image template, but just keep changing the occasion name and the customer's name they want to add in the banner image. A D2C firm, which is again a travel firm for us, wanted to A/B test variations of tests on their landing page, which is both copy and image. A jewelry firm in this case wanted to use Instagram posts or Google Maps reviews to pull in an image, a branded way of showing their Instagram content on their own landing page for some content reviews. And a blog publication wanted to show different open graph images, the images that show up once you share a link on Facebook or Twitter, to say the title, the author image, and the byline of the author. Yeah. So I will show user generated content to create an automated banner, and I will use my neighborhood coffee store to show this. So this coffee store had some reviews. So this is the text, this is the author of that text, and this is the image of this text. And typically when you use this content on landing pages, you need to go through an approval process from that person, and you pull this content in a Google Sheets, right? So this is the text, the image of that review, and the user of that review. So now let's pull all of this data into Zapier and see how we can create an automated banner. Yeah. Now the actions that are available to you on Zapier are of two forms: create automated images and create responsive emails. And the way you configure them is in this banner template. What I created was a very simple template of the form. I'll just pull this here. This review has a few layers. This is an image, this is the text of the review, this is the person adding that review, and just what the review was. And these all properties can be programmatically changed for that particular user, right? And what does programmatically changed mean? So you can select all of the template IDs configured in your account in Zapier and say the image, I want it to be the particular column B. I want the text to be column A, and I want the user to be the column user. Yeah. And the moment you generate this, and you are able to create a preview URL, which you can, after you've done this action, you can send this to yourself on Slack or publish it to your blog post, whichever integrations that Zapier offers, and there are like tens of them in this case. Yeah. So just to show you what this looks like, I can retest this and send myself for this particular review. What does it show on Slack? I generated this image, which I can use on any of my landing pages now. So the image, the review, and the person who added this review. So that's demo one. The second action that we have available is a send email action. And for this, I need to demo sort of what the email builder is like. So you can write some simple markdown here, and you can use some components like a list, a button, the personalization variables, the images, panels. And once you preview this email, it's very obvious that it changes to a very well formatted email. In this email, you can do two things. You can, one, customize colors. So you can say, I don't want the button to be blue, I want it to be a shade of red. And that's my brand persona. And the image that you see is of this form. The second thing that you can do is you can convert this for auto-translate the content that you wrote into languages. In this case, I'm translating it into German, and it, as a copywriter, you just needed to write your core content, and all of this is well formatted HTML, which is available to you. Now, this action has been moved into Zapier, and what I will use is a different trigger. I'm using Zapier interfaces, and interfaces is a very simple form in this case, just an email or a name. And in your head, you can flip this to a type form. It can be a Facebook ad lead which is generated. I just need the email and the name in this scenario to send an email to a user, and assume this is an automated email. And the first thing I do is create an automated banner which pulls the name from the form to change the text to this. And in this case, the template that I'm using is something of this form, where there is an orange image on top of that email, which shows you the kind of flexibility that you have with image templates. And this is the image that I want to generate for the first user. And this is the second action, which is the core action here. So I'll edit this to show what I'm doing. So I added some markdown to say, add this image, pull in the name from the form. So this is the heading. We are glad to have you on board, Wafrow. And this is the third thing here. Just before I pull the trigger, I can actually show what this is like here so that there is no confusion. So welcome, this is the personalized image. Clearly I can't show it here, but hello name. And so everything will show here clearly apart from that personalized image. So this is the email that you expect to get once you trigger the action. Yeah. And you can use the same configurations that were there available, that you can translate this content. And the best way of testing this out is actually adding another email here and saying I want to send it to a person named Aditi. In this case, that's the name of my wife. So I submitted this lead form, and let's see what the email actually looks like. So I submitted it earlier for myself with my name. So this is the email that I got. I got it now for Aditi with the same kind of different background image, which is pretty hard to do, right? So these two are the core actions we're making live for Zapier. Hubspot went live last week, and this week we plan to also make very similar actions live for Salesforce, Pipedrive, and Zendesk. If you have specific integrations that you would want us to go with, please do let us know as well. But this is a quick summary of whatever Zapier provides. Ciao.